You want the truth. You want me to explain why me, a gay man, and an ICE agent would be standing inside an ICE facility, raiding his own people, raiding his own building? It's not simple. Nothing ever is. Look, when I joined ICE, I thought I was joining America, the America my parents prayed for when they crossed the border, the America they told me I was lucky to be born into. I thought I was protecting it, protecting us. But you know what I learned? America doesn't need protection. It needs mirrors because the monster we keep looking for out there, it's already in here. When the raid was ordered, I thought it was just some clerical mix up. ICE raiding ICE? We were the enforcers, not the suspects. But no, it was real. It was another division investigating corruption, cash kickbacks, forged papers, stolen medicine meant for detainees. And I was part of that unit that was sent in. Do you understand the irony? Me, a closeted gay man, storming a building where I'd spent years storming in other people's lives, bursting into bedrooms, warehouses, factories, dragging fathers away from children, wives away from husbands, all the while praying that no one saw through me, that no one saw the way my eyes lingered on another man's shoulders, or how I had no girlfriend to post on Facebook. Can you imagine the guilt I felt all these years? How I had to compartmentalize what I was doing? Talk about crazy making. I guess you could say I excelled at that. I was ICE, and ICE was supposed to mean straight, tough, all American steel, not soft, not brown, not gay. Every day when I wake up, I say a prayer hoping that it's okay to be gay. And then I realize in my mind that it isn't. Thank goodness I go to the gym every day. That's what saves me. Building muscles and endurance, getting in touch with my body. It's a blessing, sort of a salvation. It helps me forget. I can focus. I can be present. But ultimately, it's fleeting. I can't spend all day working out. So when the raid began and the battering ram hit the doors of our own field office, I felt two things at once: terror and freedom. Because for once, I wasn't raiding strangers, I was raiding my reflection. You ever see agents with their hands up, guns on the floor? The ones who always shout, "Don't move," now frozen, begging. It was biblical, like the Red Sea splitting in reverse. Some of them crying, some of them cursing, some of them saying, "You can't do this. We're on the same side." But what side was that? The side that told me my mother's accent made her suspicious? The side that told me my own skin was a shade too close to illegal? The side that would have thrown me in a cage if I'd been born on the wrong side of the line. When I think about my mother, it kills me that she never really got to know her son. I think she suspected I was gay, like we had this understanding. I remember this one time when we went to see the film Y tu mama tambien, when two young men, played by Diego Luna and Gala Garcia Bernal, had a threesome with Maribel Verdú. She could tell I was mesmerized by the scene. My mother even said, those boys were so good looking. And when I smiled, she looked at me with a loving smile. She knew. You want to know the part I can't shake? The detainees, the ones still locked up during the raid. We opened the cells. Protocol said we weren't supposed to, but something in me had to. One man, Jose, stepped out and looked me dead in the eye. He didn't run, he didn't scream, just looked like he could see right through me. And in his eyes, I swear, I saw my father. I saw the day immigration officers banged on our apartment door when I was 6. My mother shoved me under the bed, whispering, "Don't make a sound, mijo." My father went to the door. He came back different. He never talked about it, but I remember the silence, heavy like chains. And now here I am, 30 years later, with a badge and a gun, giving other kids that same silence. I'm gay. You want me to say it louder? Fine, I'm gay. And in ice. That means I live with a lock on my mouth, a lock on my heart. Do you know how many times I cuffed a man, felt his arms tense under my grip, and thought, God, forgive me. What if he knew? What if he knew I wanted not to cage him, but to touch him? Do you know how twisted you become when your job is denying other people the right to belong? Why you can't even belong to yourself? Despite all this LGBTQ pride, the ability to marry, why do I still have self hatred? What is wrong with me? And the worst part is that I only want to be in love with another man, but I can't. I feel like I don't deserve that kind of happiness. So I keep having anonymous sex. So yeah, I was in that raid. And when I saw my own office ransacked, files scattered, agents shoved against walls, I thought, this is what it feels like to be raided, to lose control, to have someone else decide your fate. It was justice, but it was also punishment, not just for them, for me. I keep hearing the sounds of cages opening, the clink, the scrape. Some of the detainees ran out like birds, set free. Some just stood there, stunned, too used to confinement to believe in the open air. And I wonder, if someone opened my cage, would I run? Would I stay, too scared of freedom, too trained to obey? You want to know why I did it? why I stayed with my unit instead of tipping off my colleagues, why I helped tear apart the very place I swore to protect, because deep down, I knew that ice needed to taste its own medicine, needed to feel the raid from the other side, needed to know what it's like when someone storms in and says, "Your papers, please." I don't know what happens next. Maybe I lose my badge. Maybe I lose my job. Maybe I lose the last thread of the life I built pretending to be the right kind of man. But I do know this: that night in that facility, when the walls shook and the doors broke and the cages opened for the first time, I wasn't ice. I was just Daniel, a gay man, a son, a human being. And for the first time in years, I could breathe.